Good morning. Good morning. It's about 4 something in the morning. If my cats get out of my way, come on, Wildcat, move. But I gotta turn my laptop on.
Alright, yeah, engine 31's available. Clear the air for Highlander fire.
Engine 31's available. Clearing the air for Highlander fire 516.
Time is 5:37 a.m. Temperature is 32 degrees. Good morning, good morning. I just woke up. So if that tells you anything. Make sure I got everything set up for February the 1st of 2024, which I do. What? Go talk to Socks. Socks is a tomcat. You can marry him. I'm trying to sit here. All Wildcat wants to do wants a boyfriend. Now lay down. I think in Scott County they got a fire somewhere. I thought they said on 356. But where I don't know. Okay, on the local news here in Clark County, which is Louisville, Kentucky, on WDRB, WLKY, WHAS, and WAVE local news, state police went and filed charges against Jeremy knows what. And they have to appoint a special judge because the judge excused theirself.
1204.
Why?
Radio, the report's been taken. Fire has been extinguished. You can show all Georgetown units available. Terminate. Clear the air.
No, it's Georgetown. I swear I thought I heard him say 356, but maybe, when you about half asleep, you're trying to figure that out. But I guess the governor or somebody has to appoint a special judge. So I called in my car to see if one's on there. But they closed. But the car says 24/7, 365 days. Somebody lied. It's not 24/7. It's only during business hours. Ain't that a damn lie? I guess I have to wait until about 9 o'clock to call in to verify it. And for public safety, Miss Tiffany gave an update of Chris. And if I'm right, none of the prosecutors down there in Meade County or in that area refuse to take it because they know it's wrong. So now they're trying to find a prosecutor down in Meade County. I guess the governor of Kentucky has to find one for them. If my memory serves me right, on expedition, moving from Indiana to Kentucky, don't they have 7 to 14 days, or 10 days, something like that, to come and get you? So them prosecutors know that is wrong. And it's false statement in my book. But go to the YouTube channel for public safety and you find out all about it. They did put a $50,000 bond on him in Harrison County, Indiana. There's no use to put that on him when they're going to have to put it on him in Meade County or wherever he goes. But there's a jail, I don't know what city it's in, but it's across from Evansville, Indiana. So maybe Chris could go there because it's a conflict of interest right now in Meade County. But you gotta watch Tiffany's update. She explained everything to you. Then she be live between 5:30 and 6 p.m. tonight. And all this, so subscribe to his YouTube channel. Help this young man out. Pray for him. But you need to go for public safety YouTube channel and you find out what's going on. I don't know how long it'll take the governor of Indiana to appoint a special judge where they can sign that warrant. I don't know if they use the same judge that her husband is under, or would they have to get another judge from another county, like maybe Scottsburg or something. I don't know. They got her on 10 charges, 5 for tax evasion, and I forget the other 5. You have to go to the local news media and see that. So, but hit that subscribe bell. But hit it again, that way you get all notifications. By hitting it once, I think you only get how I guess you set up your personality or what, but I always tell people to hit it again to get all notifications. They had some good strong winds in Bakersfield, California last night. And it blew over a few trees because one of the live streamers showed it, but I can't remember which one it was. There's a few of them that I don't mention. I don't like their attitude, but, that's my opinion. The one that
4578 connecting the post.
was on there last night,
You still need the card left open?
I don't know, he kind of changed his attitude after that, but I tell you to go to those YouTube channels. There's no talking bad about anybody's YouTube. like the ones I tell you to go to, you said Tom Cartwright 4375 told us to come up there and look at your YouTube channel. You know, they know because Roger and Aiden knows I promote them, which I don't get paid for any of them. Because I watch them, because it's Roger and his son-in-law, Aiden, and Clyde, his monkey. And Aiden, when you're riding, you and Roger's riding like that, turn the camera around where people can see what you all look like. That one night when Roger and Clyde was together, he turned it around. I liked that. I know other people liked it. I believe quite a few of them commented on it. So, you know, I love, you see my ugly mug shot, but, so, I know it's cold. I got my socks on because I got diabetes. And that Ozempic affects people different. But I'm just telling you how Ozempic does me. Which any food I like, I got a bad taste in my mouth. You probably won't have it. It's also used for weight loss. Like I talked to this lady yesterday. She was on that Ozempic probably 2 years ago. She put 5 pounds on, so something wasn't, but everybody's body chemistry is different. And you know what's in the diet drinks. She explained something about 0 sugar. I look and I can't find anything different from that. But it tastes good to me, and I can tell that 0 Pepsi works for me. And Ozempic got my A1C down. I checked my sugar a while ago before I went live. It's 97, so that's good. But I checked my card. I sure have 125 for my food and over-the-counter stuff, and $50 to put on my electric bill, water bill, stuff like that. But it says on the card 24/7, 365 days a year. That's a damn lie. I don't know why, but so I was playing with a program on my computer. I got reading about live streaming apps. And I don't know what that one person, 360, I remember checking that, but I screwed up. So I had to uncheck it. But I can only do one instead of 2 or 3 of them. So I don't know if I'm going to like that app or not. But I have to watch that video again and see how to do everything. But I just don't know. I still need that new computer, but God's gonna help me out on that because He knows who the people to talk to when you're asleep. If you have a dream about getting me that laptop, gotta tell you. I got a savings account, which about $350 in it. That way, if I get a regular money order or a cashier's check or whatever, I can deposit it in that, but send a note with it. That way, I know what to save that for. The one I'm looking at is about $1,800 to run Prism on because of the graphics card I got. My HP won't work. Everybody I've talked to in person and over the internet said I have to have a gaming computer. I'm not a gaming person. They got some nice games I would like to play, but you have to buy those accessories. I see they got games on Twitch. But I'm not into gaming like those people are. You got some you could be a police officer in or stuff like that, but I'm not into that. I just want to live stream. You all that's watching, I know you sitting back there in the background, which some people call you trolls. I don't care if you don't like me, if you hate me, but God don't want you to hate people. So, I got Wildcat on my lap. I got a Lexi on my lap. And I showed you my brother's pole barn. But when I was up there a year ago, a year and a half, the top of the roof was bigger because he had two big double doors where you can have an 18-wheeler trailer parked in there. And it looked like the roof got smaller. Why would you spend all that money to knock them doors out? What was my brother's hiding in that kind of pole barn? To the right side of it, he had a little, I guess you call it, like a barn, but a chute where the horses can go in. That's no longer there.
I'll be out in District 22 for a moment.
So I don't understand why he would, do that. And that's the right address because out in the country, the mailboxes sit across from the house. Last time, there was no mailboxes, so I guess the post office made them put up mailboxes. They look like a junky mailbox to me. That's only my opinion. But you people that lives in Lexington, Indiana, you got plenty of property. Why don't you contact one of them cell phone companies and see if you can put a cell tower? I think they either pay you for it or something, or give you 2 new phones or free service or something. I don't know how that works. So, because they did not have any cell phone service. I explained it to you. You say, how do I know about the gigahertz frequency? Ham radio operators. And, you can, if y'all out there, a ham operators, wherever you at, they can explain how the gigahertz frequencies works. It's line of sight. Some of it, 5 miles range, or the higher you go up in the gigahertz frequency, the less miles you can travel. That's how come you see on the expressway one about every 5 to 10 miles, if it explains anything to you. So, if it tells you anything, I'm being honest with y'all. I gave myself a little haircut.
Victor 115. Edward Tom George 965. ETG 965 Indiana God first 24. 5265 eastbound. Right 465. Sit before doors.
So, I wonder what this button does over here. Camera on, save video, app streaming, focus, I guess manual. So I don't need none of that. So, how's everybody doing this fine Thursday morning? I hope everybody's doing real good. I hope you had a good day. I was watching something on this news channel. I forget the name of it, where this guy was acting as a kid. Not Spike or something was on TV. And this girl was talking about it. And you send them pictures. That goes for boys too. They tried to blackmail them. And they arrested that asshole. So girls and boys, I don't care if you think you're talking to a young person. Don't believe it unless you know them personally. Do not send any pictures to anybody. Men and ladies, the same thing goes to you. Because I've seen pictures of girls, tweeter. And I caught one because I knew the girl. And that's what they do. They use your pictures for other things. So people, young kids, adults, do not send pictures to anybody unless you know if it's your grandkids or anything like that. You know, that's safety for you all. And you tell them you from Indiana, you tell them Clark County, and they go and look on a computer or something and find the closest city. I've always caught them, but there's one to be sneaky. You mention something and they should know. When they don't know, you catch them. So don't trust anything on the internet. You know. So But yeah, I think they're giving food away up in Scottsburg at the Rock today. But you usually have to get there about 7 o'clock in the morning where you can get a good parking place. They start giving away about 10 o'clock. So if you get there at 7, you got 3 hours to sit there and take you a cat nap. So I don't mind doing that, but, you know, that's not important. You know, it's too cotton picking cold. That means waste of gas. So I don't want to do it until summertime. I heard that on WMPI 105.3, which is Scottsburg, our local radio station, yesterday. So that's not worth my trip, but there is a whole lot of people. They come from Scott County, Clark County, Jefferson County, which is Madison. You know, they come that far. I can tell it's cold outside. Like I say, I got it on 69 degrees. So I want to say good morning to all the people sitting in the background. They make the comments after I end, but people still see your comment. Respect the people's YouTube channel. No negative comments, 'cause that get you barred. You know, disrespect everybody's YouTube. Don't say anything bad, 'cause it'll get you barred probably from YouTube or put you in YouTube jail. Some of you people don't know it. They got two YouTube channels. They got one for kids. They got one for adult. The kids cannot come up to the adult channel. It takes a parent or the guardian. They have to sit there and they got to type something in every time they bring it up. So that, I want to thank YouTube for it. I want to God bless you for something like it. That's how come I like to see Facebook have two of them. One for kids, and the kids can't come to the adult side of it. But no, will Facebook do something like it? Nope. They violate everybody's First Amendment rights. They violated the Congress rules. They violated a federal court order. That they have to allow everybody on there, no matter what the hell he or she done. They told them if you can't do that, you have to shut it down because it's unconstitutional. You got all those trolls on there. If you share something from, say, a local TV station, I had a friend do it. They put them in jail for 48 hours. They said it was not true or didn't meet their guidelines. It's a local damn news station. You know, that's what pissed me off. You know, he told me that. I said, well, just, you know, close out your Facebook channel if people start doing that, because they're not treating people equal. That's what God wants you to do. Treat people equal. Don't hate people. You know, I lost one subscriber, which, you know, that means they're not one of God's children. That's the devil. They're the devil. So will I live stream when I go to Walmart later on in the day? It probably be after 9 o'clock. Because I probably go to sleep. I turn my FM radio on and listen to the Bob and Tom show. If you people like the Bob and Tom show, you can go to YouTube when they come on at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's my time. You can watch it live. And by watching it on YouTube, you don't have them commercials like you do on the local radio station where you live. I like to watch police chases. You know, you can type that into YouTube. And there's one I watch. It's in Arizona, I think. Man, I don't... people, when the cops turn their red and blue lights on, just pull over. Because they're Arizona, them cops is bad. They do spin out and spin you out. You can hurt people. You can hurt yourself. I watched this one in Arizona. This was probably back in December. The call came out, if I remember, robbery somewhere. And for the way I understand it, they don't do a pit maneuver on a misdemeanor. I forget what state these people was from. It was mother and the kids. The mother was driving the vehicle. She died in it. But they arrested everybody. They had 911 calls, which said it was a robbery with a gun. And all it was a misdemeanor shoplifting. That's dollars, I think it was a dollar store or something like a dollar store. They was hitting all these dollar stores along the expressway. And, you know, a person lost their life. So people, I don't care if you got no driver's license, no insurance, or warrant, please pull over. Because you'll cost somebody either their life or your life. Your family will be upset. So it's easy just to pull over and stop. Because then, you know, no driver's license, no insurance or whatever, they just take you to jail or give you a ticket or whatever. It depends what state you're in. But you run, they're going to put more charges against you. So it'd just be easy just to pull over. I know there's some dumb people out there that'd just do it. Man, that racked more charges up. That means more time in the jailhouse, rock and roll jail. You know, don't listen to me. Listen to God. It's not worth all them extra charges. Every stoplight, every stop sign, trying to run a police officer off the road and so on. That's more charges. If you have a wreck and you hurt somebody and they die, I think it's reckless homicide. I know the police is chasing you. I'm drinking plain old water because at night I usually empty it out. I put ice water in there. Because the doctor says drink plenty of water. Like I say, I'm not a doctor, a lawyer, or got any degrees in any of the things I've talked about. Everybody's body chemistry is different. What might work for me might not work for you. If you got diabetes, you need a specialist that deals with diabetes. They keep up on all the medicines and everything. Just like my sugar doctor. I think my daughter calls it another name, but it specializes in diabetes. So if you got diabetes, ask your doctor you go to if there's a doctor that specializes in diabetes. If you got heart problems, will you go to a family doctor? I would say no. You go to a heart doctor. If you got problems with your throat, you go to a specialist. I got an appointment in March. I guess I don't know what they're going to do. If they need to spread it out or take pictures of it, they send me over to New Albany. When you come off of 265 from my side, you come up to the ramp of Grant Line Road and go to your right to that hospital. It's out there by IU Southeast, but don't quote me on it. I think that's what it is. You turn there and you go back through there and you go to this PMC or something hospital. It's owned by a bunch of doctors. I guess it specializes on your throat. But the doctor I'm going to see in March is, I guess, a throat doctor, is a specialist. You're going to go there and they'll look it over and this and that. And I got reading about it. It could be caused by asthma. I got so much stuff, and I looked at it when I took my son over to the hospital. They ran this soap through. When you go to that hospital, they put you to sleep. That means somebody has to take you over there where they can drive you back, and the person who's driving has to sign the paper. Because you're going to be a little loopy after that anesthesiologist puts you to sleep. So if that tells you anything, could it be cancer? Possibility. I don't know. But see, I do dip. Snuff, whatever you call it. It could be cancer. But then all they do is do surgery. I don't think you have to take chemo for throat cancer, but so, that's something to think about. Take care of your body. You only got one body.
Dispatch 14-1041.
And the reason I started the YouTube channel, it's like your ladies out there. When you're young, you keep a diary. You probably still keep a diary. You should do a diary on your health. In case you get married, your kids will know the family history. They need to know that. Just like that girl I talked to yesterday when I pick up them local newspapers. She's adopted. I didn't know that. So I guess she could do a DNA test. You know, she might have some family members out there somewhere. I might tell her the next time I go in there and she's working and tell her about that. But I did tell her about the sugar doctor. But she was on Ozempic. Instead of her losing weight, she put on 5 pounds. But everybody's chemistry in their body's different. When I tell you that's my chemistry, you might be different from me. Just like me, it's my taste buds is off. Anything I eat don't taste right. I can eat pickles. You know, that tastes pretty good. I could drink the juice. I drink the juice out of the pickles.
33-2-41.
You know, some people say, well, drink you some pickle juice. That'll make you feel better.
Number 31.
So, you know, please share this video. I'm what's classified as a part-time YouTuber. I don't get paid. A full-time YouTuber got over 1,000 subscribers and over 4,000 watch hours. So I lost 1 subscriber yesterday. I guess didn't like that video about my brother's house. I don't know. But that's okay. You know, I haven't figured out how to block you on YouTube yet. But, you know, if there's a wreck, I'm going to show you that if it's close to me. You know, when it gets dark outside, I can't show you because, you know, out in the country, there's no lights. Like I said, those people out in Bakersfield, it shows up pretty good because every place you go in there in Bakersfield, they got plenty of lights. I've seen some that's dark like that, so if it tells you anything. I'm learning more about the GoPro, about live streaming, how they do that. And they told me some videos to go to, but there's one of the live streamers, it is connected to my YouTube channel. And they told me, you know, YouTube, a GoPro 12 or something like that. If you got a cell phone, you can download the GoPro app. And you could do YouTube, you could do Twitch, Facebook, but you know my opinion about Facebook. I never get on Facebook until they change the rules. Bob and Tom Show just came live on YouTube. If you want to watch Bob and Tom Show, what I like to know, when they was live, I watched it. I went in there. I said, "Where's Tom's son?" I know he was sick at one time, but you know they didn't answer that and all this. I know they had a recall on Toyota, but I forgot what it was about, so I guess you'd get a notice if you own a Toyota. I don't know how you do, because whoever bought the Toyota in the first place probably sold it like me. I think I was the second owner of it, or maybe third, so. And one thing I got to do, which I do that in the next week or so, is go to Walmart and have my oil and oil filter changed, because I'm a few thousand miles over it, but I'm lucky I don't drive that many miles. I'm lucky to drive 100 miles a month. If I go to the doctor, or I take my son to the doctor, I do drive over 100 miles a month. Just to take him to New Albany, anytime I pick him up and take him over to the pain doctor or wherever he goes, he has to go. That's more than 50 miles round trip. I try to keep myself at 50 miles a day. Like today, I think I went about 60 or 65 miles. But you see my brother's double wide trailer, none of his vehicle sits outside. It sits in the garage. I even checked a car. To me, it's north and south, but I guess it's east and west. But to me, it's not east and west. But I guess it is, so. I looked at that house to the right of him. When you're sitting in the driveway, it's to the right of him. There's some horses over there, but I didn't see none of the vehicles, so I don't really know what happened to the 3 to 4 horses he had on his 20 acres. I don't know. They had a roof and sides on it to keep the horses out of the rain, so I don't know what happened to them unless they sold them. That could be a possibility. If you don't know my a-hole brother, anything's possible with him. I tell how he screwed me. I'm going to give you all some people good advice. I know you all making wills out and you got an administrator. I advise you get 3 lawyers for administrator in case one happens to the number 1 administrator. Because the lawyer has to go by what you put in the will. Husbands, if you don't want your wife to know, you do it and have her go do it. That way, neither one of you know what's in the will. That's how my dad and mom done it. But did my brother go by the will? Nope. So, I'm just warning you, because I know one of my kids expected to get the house. The answer is hell no, just the way how they treat me. My son can afford it. Plus, I don't think my neighbors would like him having race cars out here and starting them up and disturbing them. That probably wouldn't go over well with my neighbors. So, You know, will my other kids get anything? Probably no. But I think the law states you gotta leave them $1. You know, my son gonna inherit the house. He's building his credit up because he never buys crap on credit. He always pays cash. You know, I won't get a credit card because them credit cards will get you in trouble. With my bank, I got a debit card. And if you ain't got the money in your checking account, you can't spend it. If it tells you anything. But I kind of like to have a GoPro. It seems like the video is better. I know they got a hand thing you can put your GoPro on. It's got a thing to hook to it, like a extra battery pack. 'Cause I think them batteries last maybe an hour and 45 minutes. You know, then they got it where you can put a light bar on it where you can film at night. But I wouldn't do any filming at night, so if it tells you anything.
Yes, sir. Okay, yes, stations under reference line, also 1055, passing the auto zone at this time.
So, you know, that's some things I like to have. You know, a GoPro 12 with the chest mount. You know, if you got a jacket on, you can put that chest strap on your chest, and you can do it that way and keep your cell phone in your pocket. You know, I like to do that in the summertime, as long as my children don't follow me up the road like they did last year. I'm going to reach over there. I got 2 kitty cats laying on my lap. I got a little static in my radio. I'm gonna have to take the lid off of it, take my air hose and blow in there. There could be some spiders in there or something. So, but I am gonna get me probably Friday. I'm gonna stop at the dollar store when I'm in Charleston. I get me some Rid-X. You people know you live out in the country, you need some Rid-X to dump in your septic tank. Well, you put it in your toilet, dump the whole box in, then you flush it, then let the tank fill up, then you flush it again. It takes everything that's in your septic tank and turn it into like sawdust. And you don't put TP in your septic tank. You got a little garbage can next to your toilet, you put everything in there. And then you don't put your raincoats down the toilet, because it won't turns it into whatever. Women, you don't put your monthly things in there. You don't put baby wipes down your toilet on a septic tank, because that Rid-X won't dissolve it. That means you have to clean your septic tank out more. I think it's $300 to $500. So I've been looking. I maybe didn't look close enough to see if there's a septic tank, people in the neighborhood, close by. So, so when they came live, it got to be 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It goes off at 10 o'clock. So if I fall asleep, when the music comes on, it wakes me up. So this is probably going to be an hour. When I get up, I call that number and see if it's on there. Like I said, it says on the card 24/7, 365 days a year you can call it. That's a lie. And I don't remember the password, I don't write everything down. They said not to write it down because people knows where to look for it. Like YouTube, Google, I usually use the same password. But instead of 4 numbers, I got 2, 4, 6, 7 to 8 numbers, so you can't figure that out unless you're very smart. I just wish I could use Prism on my laptop, but I don't have what they call a gaming computer. Like I said, I won't go to the post office until Friday. I leave here about 12, pick him up. He might stay the weekend. He got his own life and all this, so. So, like I said, a full-time YouTuber that gets paid, got 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours plus. So I consider myself a part-time YouTuber till I get 1,000 subscribers. But I lost one subscriber. Why, I don't know. I don't really care. I don't know if it's because I show where my brother lives, or me talking about Jamie No's wife. They filed charges against her. It could be a number of things. Or they just hate my guts. But God do not want you to hate. Love their neighbor. Look what it says in John 3:16. People read the Bible. Maybe because you don't like me talking about God. That's okay. But you're right. You might not believe in God. There's some people that don't believe in Christmas. That's their right. I hate Christmas because my birthday's after Christmas. I always got my birthday presents on Christmas and got a birthday cake for my birthday. Because Dad and Mom said it's cheaper to get things at Christmas time. I felt like I got cheated. How about people that's born Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or a few days after Christmas? Look at the one on Christmas Day. It's born on December the 25th. I know those are special children to be born on Jesus' birthday. But I made sure my children had a Christmas tree. Santa Claus come, but after they got old and moved out, I don't care that much about Christmas. I am sad at that time of year because Mom and Dad's not there. I miss my Mom and Dad. Like, if you are a Mason, my dad was a Mason. He was a member of Lodge 226 in Charlestown, Indiana. My mom was an Eastern Star. She was a grand organist. Well, she held that job for 1 year. She went all over the state of Indiana to play at things for Eastern Star or the Masons, I know quite a bit about the Masons, what they do. But can I talk about the Masons? What I'm talking about, I can talk about. The other stuff, I can't talk about. Maybe I could get in trouble. I was raised in a Mason family ever since I was adopted by my lovable parents. My dad and mom treated their grandchildren real good. I know one of my kids, I didn't find out until after Mom died. One of my kids would get sick at school and they called Dad, and Dad would come and pick him up. I didn't know nothing about that until later down the road. So, but that's okay. That's what grandparents is for, to spoil the grandkids. But parents, love your kids. Say some prayers for, Boy, you sneeze more than I do, Blackie. You got an allergy or something? You do that at least once a day. That's okay. She could be allergic to that stuff I got in my humidifier over to help on the flies. So, so that's something. I always tell you, when you put your kids to bed, tell them you love them, because something can happen. Teach your kids to tell you they love you all, because, anything's happened. You can die in your sleep from a heart attack, stroke, or something. Teach your kids that. And kids, if you're 18 and over on here, tell your parents or your grandparents you love them. You regret it by not telling them you love them. Like, my daughter, since I had custody of her, she went and visit her mom for the weekend, which I let her go home every weekend. I didn't have to back the court order, but, I want her to spend some time with her mother. And I told my son when he came back that his grandpa Cartwright passed away. He was kind of upset about it. He didn't get to see his grandpa. I said, well, that was your weekend to go to your mom's house and see your grandpa and your grandma on your mom's side. But he don't hold it against me. So, I got a good son. Does he spend his money on me? No, he doesn't. It's his money. I don't ask him. When he was working and living here, I asked him to pay $50 a month or something like that, or $25 a week. That'll, help out on the electric bill, because had to wash his clothes and he fixed him something to eat, stuff like that. So that's something he had, But otherwise, I don't charge him nothing like now, because it's his money, because I would have to report it. Like food stamps, you have to report it. And I tell him he lives with me. He buys his own food, cooks his own food. He doesn't give me any money for rent. He eats his own food. He don't eat my food, because one I like, he doesn't like. If I want a meatloaf, I buy the hamburger and I tell him how I like it. He don't like the way I fix my meatloaf, but, like when he fixed meatloaf, I might get one or two pieces of it. And I buy the mashed potatoes and I put extra butter in it, which I shouldn't because of my high blood pressure and stuff like that. But I mix the meatloaf in with my mashed potatoes. That's how I like it. So, if it tells you anything. So, I want to thank you all. God loves you. My Heavenly Father. Bless these people that's on this YouTube channel. And help me get more subscribers. I know some of the people that's on my channel is sick. Touch them with your hand and heal them. And help those people who's in need. And God we pray, amen. So thank you all. Good night or good morning or whatever. I love you all.